if you want to subscribe and you're watching this later at another time and you're like, hey, where can I find this show? Infotainmentwars.com is how you get it. And the reason I bought that URL years ago was because I was going to, when live streaming was a thing, I was going to do like an alternative to InfoWars, just fucking with Alex Jones after I'd been on his show and saw how blazingly full of shit he is. Let me be abundantly clear. He does not believe what he says. I would say it's 80-20. 80% of it is like incredibly like wound up bullshit. I'm dead serious. He is just like, he knows he's making it up. He knows his sucker viewers have heard it before, but they're too stupid to know better. And he's like, time to make the donuts. That's how he lies to people. And then 20% of the time is the stuff that's kind of like obviously true that's in the news, right? And so you cite something that's true. It's in the news, mainstream media. It's pretty, that's where he'll cite something in the New York Times and go, this actually happened. That's it, right? And then he'll like blow a bunch of shit on the rest of it and just go, this is what will get the fish hooks in the mouths of my dumbass followers. That he genuinely thinks it. Like the amount of just, and I would say that there is a slight difference between him and Jimmy Dore in that Jimmy Dore and Kurt seem dumb enough to believe their own shit. Like they're saying equally ridiculous stuff, right? But they actually kind of dumb enough to believe. That's why Jimmy plays stuff and goes, oh, like that. Like he's heard clips before. He intends to put them on his show. Unlike my show where I don't pre-watch shit. He pre-watches this shit, picks it, and then he acts like he's never fucking heard it before. Huh? But I think in many ways he hasn't. It's super fucking weird. Anyways, Jimmy interviewed Alex Jones. And he had him on his show, and it's a big, long interview and whatever. But they did cut it into chunks. And this is the one that I think stood out to me, CSL. CSL popped some of these in the little area where I see what like clips could come up. And this one, I was like, if anything sums up how, who's Alex Jones? I can understand you saying that because this guy doesn't look anything like Alex Jones. If you know Alex Jones from like 20 years ago, some of you are like, I didn't know Wolverine had a shellfish allergy and sold real estate, trailers. Anyways, no, that's Alex Jones. That's Tim Cook. I don't know why. I guess we'll find out. That's, I guess, the NATO, and they're all in league together, aren't they? Yes, CSL, you know. They're all in league together. Apple, NATO, or Chrysler. They're all in. Oh. So, yeah. So, this is a double whammy, okay? This is fucking spectacular. So, that's the thumbnail. If that's not eye-catching, I don't know what the fuck is. This one's amazing. Apple and NATO colluded to bring me down. Apple and NATO. All right, let me be abundantly clear. Apple is the first $1 trillion company. And if they were the kind of company that bring people down, I swear to God, you wouldn't know it happened. A company with that much technological ability, if they were in the ending people business, you just cease. And also, fuck it, you think NATO needs to, what did they do? Did they, and I am not watch this, we'll figure it out, because maybe there's an answer in this, but what the hell? So somehow, Apple and NATO, thank you, Rochelle, Apple and NATO colluded to make you defame the parents of Sandy Hook kids and say their kids don't exist, and that they're the parents that were weeping over their children that had to get closed casket funerals. Though NATO and Apple made you do that. Also, of course, he has an iPhone. Are you fucking kidding me? All right, here we go. I don't know what the hell.
So do you think the reason why they went
Whoa.
after you so hard and they and had to take you down, they had to do all this nefarious stuff, twist
this nefarious stuff. You mean like give him his day in court, in civil court?
your words to take you down, was so that they could set a precedent, so they knew what was coming?
Yeah, if they can take down Alex Jones, what chance do the rest of us have? I mean, I defame the parents of dead toddlers on the regular. I just don't have a TV studio in Texas to do it from. And so, golly gee, what am I going to, like, if they could get him for doing it, when he says it on TV.
So they knew that they were going to want to censor anybody and everybody. And so they had.
Yeah, anybody and everybody. They. And by the way, we do not have a defined they. So I'm going to go with the Pentaverate, Illuminati, lizard politicians, lizard people. Fuck, it's Jimmy. It's probably the DNC.
Had to have somebody to start with, and that's what that was?
Yeah, they're like, they're going alphabetically through the biggest pricks in the world. And they went, let's use first names so we can go for Alex.
I actually know this, and I always forget the name of the article because I don't usually subscribe to stuff, but I had to get behind a paywall to find it.
I'm very excited to hear this story.
About 6 months before I got deplatformed in August of 2018, when Tim Cook literally held a powwow meeting, he admitted and decided to curate me, and they wouldn't even say why. And then they gave
curate you from Apple. I'll tell you what. You know why they didn't say why? Because they didn't have to. Because it was self-evident. That's why. Nobody at the fucking meeting, especially at a tech company, was like, why would we want to limit what people are seeing of that guy on our technology that we have a customer base for? Why would we want to, I mean, while I'm at it, why would we want to keep Stormfront off the air? How come, how come the app that shows not only the Unabomber's manifesto, but how to enact the rest of his plan? Why did that app get taken down? While I'm asking stupid fucking questions. Yeah, it's called TOS, dickhead.
some fake reasons later, not Sandy Hook.
Oh, wait. So they were like, we got to get rid of this fucking guy. He's just an asshole. He's got to let it. Yeah, but we really don't have a big reason to do it. And then you just what did they spray something in your fucking face and make you like spout that bullshit? They're like, or were they like, just wait, we'll just hang out. Don't worry. He'll say something. What's he going to do? I mean, he would have to mock dead children for us to get him off there. Like, well, it's a reach, but
I remember 6 months before that, I don't remember the exact Wall Street Journal headline, but there was another article about it called "Hold on to your tinfoil hat, Alex Jones." I think it was like Gizmodo. Hold on to your tinfoil hat.
Yeah, it probably was Gizmodo. It probably wasn't the Wall Street Journal.
Hat, Alex Jones, you're about to be taken off the air. And then it was a synopsis of the Wall Street Journal. This Wall Street Journal article.
Oh, so by the way, whatever you think of the blather that he just spilled out for no fucking reason, and I don't know why Jimmy went, oh, was it just because the word Gizmodo had just hit his ears and that's the delay they're dealing with? But let's actually talk about what we actually heard, which is that this asshole reads synopsis of Wall Street Journal articles on Gizmodo. Why would you read, if allegedly news is your business, why would you read the whole fucking article when you can get a synopsis on Gizmodo?
Article was one of those articles for the corporate elite. And so it was like 25 pages.
Oh yeah, you mean the corporate elite that Wall Street Journal is written for? Who owns the Wall Street Journal again? It's Soros, isn't it? Does Soros? Yeah, I'm right? Soros owns the Wall Street Journal. Didn't he buy it years ago? And he's used it as it's like he kind of like backdoors his way into.
You could say it's a back door, but I call it a smart door.
Right.
I go subscribe to it.
Because I'm an elite, I mean, amongst the, if you talk about starvation in the world, here's a guy who's never skipped a dessert in his life. So don't make me tell the chocolate cake story again.
And I forget the exact headline. And it.
So what I'm getting from you is that the memory pills that you sell on InfoWars at the store don't work. Is that, I mean, that's the only thing I'm taking from this story, is that he sells nootropics, brain supplements on his site, and he can't even remember the synopsis article that was like the shot across the fucking bow that allowed him to know that they're onto him and they're coming for him or so. I would remember that article. I would, personally, I would remember it, I think.
Was NATO meeting with the tech heads in Europe and meeting with News Corps. And
wow. And that was in the synopsis. By the way, that was Kurt wowing.
They said in the article, don't worry, when News Corps splits and sells its entertainment division, we're still going to be popular. So this was to the shareholders of News Corps through the Wall Street Journal that they actually also own.
Yeah, this is great. Great story. So, yeah, it's a Wall Street Journal article about the parent company that owns News Corp and Wall Street Journal, and was,
on the news division when it split.
Oh, and I guess it's the idea that they're going to come for you because once it splits up, they're going to need the viewership, and no one's as full of shit as you except maybe Fox News, and therefore there can be only one. Thank you, Francie, for the super chat.
And I'm reading this 20-something page article, and it says,
synopsis. It's a 20-page synopsis. Jesus Christ. How long was the original article? Was it like a Tolkien novel? There are cliff notes for classic books that are shorter than 20 pages. It was all the ads, probably. Yeah, fucking Gizmodo. Am I right?
Soon the internet will be like cable TV.
What you mean, like the further out you go into the internet, you'll just have like music channels with like a piano on the screen, just playing like standards? How far out into the internet do you wander before you get to the Spanish channels?
They use Netflix as an example. You'll
all right, this is Jimmy is I think he's trying to understand.
have 1,000 channels maybe, but that'll be it. We're not going to let people go to all these old sites and alternative sites. And we're going to do it by going after Assange when the left doesn't stand up for him and the journalists.
Okay, this is him just like gargling Jimmy's balls for a second. Going after Assange? When the fuck was this filmed? 8 years ago? 10 years ago? Jesus Christ, man. WikiLeaks is still in existence. They still work even without Assange. What are you talking about?
We'll have the left. Then
we'll have the left. I'll have the left. And then, yeah. Can I have the sauce on the side? Thank you.
We're demonizing Alex Jones. He's a horrible person.
Well, if you're a horrible person, then why do they have to demonize you? Seems redundant. I'm just saying.
When we then take him off the air and the right wing doesn't stand up because they don't want to be next, then when we take off the next person,
the right wing doesn't stand up. You mean like creating like Gab and Parler and Truth Social and fucking Getter and then Elon Musk buying Twitter and basically turning it into a cross between Getter and Stormfront? Yeah, what you mean when they stood down? Yeah, is that what they did?
The next person, it's human nature. No one will stand up, and we'll take them all, liberals and conservatives. And I've got to find that article again. But
yeah, you probably should, because to be completely honest, chat room, does anybody understand what the ever-loving shit he is talking about? Because I got nothing. Alex, he looks like he's psychically trying to divine the article out of nothingness. Dickhead, you have, maybe, I don't know, who am I to tell you what to do? You're a well, you were a billionaire. Technically. Well, you have $1 billion worth of debt, and that makes Trump a billionaire. So why aren't you? Congratulations, asshole. You're a billionaire. You know how I know? Because you owe $1 billion. Apparently, that's what makes Trump one. So, ta-da! But you have that whole fucking studio behind you, and that wouldn't be the one article that said they're coming to get me. That I don't know. I would have used in my defense in court. I would have actually filed it as part. This is part of a plan, Your Honor. You know what I mean? Especially if you're Alex Jones. What are they going to do? This is a conspiracy theory. Hello? It's my fucking job.
It was a 20-something page battle diagram. So I go on air with it and I say, I'm about to be taken off because that was
so you're holding that up. You're about to be taken off the air. You weren't. And so what'd you do? Drop your guard and just start shit talking dead kids? You know, like, well, fuck, I guess this was bullshit. Read this whole 20-page nonsense article and nothing came of it. So I guess I could just shit all over the parents of dead children. I'm impervious to. I can never be canceled. And then, all right,
high-level article, not for pop culture, but
no. Obviously, Gizmodo is that's like reading code on Hugging Face.
For real business people to
real business people. Real business people don't read articles even on Wall Street Journal about Alex Jones. What day trade are you missing out the big like credit default swap situation or position you have? Because fuck, I got caught up in this 20-page article about how Alex Jones is going to be wiped out by NATO.
Invest in News Corp when they split their entertainment division, and they explained we're going to end
News Corp's entertainment division.
Freedom on the internet, and we're going to use this punk to do it. So it wasn't that I was that important.
I mean, we don't have to be told that.
I was big, sure.
And you've gotten bigger, I will say. Not in stature or in impact.
I was populist, and they fear that. And I was uncontrolled. But they...
Well, I mean, your bowels, and I think your acid reflux, perhaps.
Chose me because I did do clownish stuff a lot, and I still do. I have fun. I'm on the air 4 hours a day.
Yeah, and what's more fun than seeing that somebody has shot up a preschool or an elementary school and saying that the parents who are weeping over their dead kids are faking it and are part of a government plot, and that their kids, the graves that they go to and visit every year at the holidays, are empty. Well, I mean, it's fun. You just it's how you do it. It's like, who doesn't have fun that way?
And so I was just chosen as patient zero along with Julian Assange. It was me and Julian.
This feels like stolen valor is what this feels like.
Is who is in the article, and it's very cold-blooded. So yes, they admit that.
Who? They? What the fuck are you talking about? Somebody, like, we don't even know what the fuck this article is. You don't even remember the name of it or the primary source. Seriously, motherfucker, this article apparently came from Wall Street Journal and or Gizmodo. And this is NATO and Apple admitting they're coming after you. What?
I was the first domino.
I was the first domino. Now, you, sir, you are the Domino's box after the pizza is eaten. It's just a smelly, empty carcass that somebody thought was a good idea, but no longer is.
And the feds tried to take your cat, right?
Well, yeah, of course. That's where the USB stick that has all the secret files that he got from his source, it's in the cat, obviously. And but they got a warrant for the cat, and I have to hear this. We got to hear the story.
Were you able to keep him?
If it was indeed a he, don't misgender his cat.
It's actually true.
Actually, Actually.
My wife, the cat's like 4 years old now. We got for my now 6-year-old daughter. She wanted a cat. The other cat we love so much had snuck out of the house and got down the street and got run over. And
it snuck out of the house. Let me get this straight. You live a life where you are on the internet talking all the time, talking shit about the CIA and the fucking FBI and the Illuminati and the World Economic Forum and the World Bank and anything with world in the title except for World Wrestling Federation. You do that for a living. And the Clintons have a body count. You've been shitting on them forever. And everybody, all the big power people fear you more than they fear anybody else. And you leave your doors open or your windows open. Motherfucker, if you don't live in a hollowed out fucking like a coal shaft that's been turned into a house, would you guys, I wouldn't leave my fucking drapes open. Your cat got out? Your cat got out. Did it? It got run over by a car? Yeah? Because you just leave your fucking doors and windows open, okay? But the black helicopters, okay.
So we heard that ragdoll cats were really great.
Did you now?
Other Joe Rogan stories. This is the best cats ever, super smart. So I get a ragdoll, and folks, they are amazing.
Yeah, it's a great. And then a real doll shows up in a box, and that's really difficult to explain to the family. Where am I going to hide this?
It's like a dog. It's super smart. We go on
Fuck, that's what you want. I want a cat, but that's like a dog.
Walks on the golf course and follows us. Like, I mean, it's amazing. Listen.
Yeah, totally better than the dumb cat that got out, or that was let out by the elite team of government psyop hitmen, assassin cat squads.
One day I'll walk in when the cat's a year old, and it's on the toilet pissing.
Presumably the lid was up. It's kind of a detail that
didn't teach it out. It
just watched and learned. And you never hit the bowl, so
saw us doing it. Swear to God, strike me down if it's not true. And so
everybody in the house, everyone in your house, to use the toilet, you put your front arms on one side of the bowl and your feet on the back, and then you just
So my point is, I'm in a
you don't have one
deposition with the U.S. Justice Department and like 7 lawyers deposing me in the conference room. They came here in a conference room right through those doors, and
yes, his studio has a conference room.
They look at me, and the federal Justice Department.
The federal Justice Department? Were they wearing their superhero outfits? The federal Justice Department, they're amazing. Oh my God.
Says, Mr. Jones, how much did your cat cost? And I said, I think it cost $2,000.
Is a $2,000 ragdoll cat that can piss in the toilet without having to be trained. It's a robot. Don't you realize that George Soros sent you a robot cat that it's recording everything, Alex? How do you think they brought you down? They used that fucking cat.
And they said, all right, well, we're going to put that on there as an asset you're going to have to give up. And I said, is that a joke? And they said, no, we're serious. But they're going to give me an opportunity. My bankruptcy's almost over. I'm selling everything right now, which I don't even care about, including this watch soon.
Really? Is that your just way of telling us all that you're wearing like a $30,000 watch? Because, again, folks, chat room, perhaps you could explain this to me. I'll paint a picture for you. You think the world is run by a dark cabal of eyes wide shut murderers that just viciously kill anybody that gets in their way. They conduct experiments on the populace. They're engaged in a depopulation scheme by poisoning everything, the water, the food, everything. They're turning the frogs gay. They do all this shit. And you, in the middle of that, where you are their, their typhoid Mary to their alien race that came down here and can get sick. You are their nemesis, right? And you decide, holy shit, this dark organization that runs the whole world, it's involved with the Epsteins of the world and the monarchies and the Saudis and fucking all these evil people, and just like they do blood ceremonies and shit like that. Those people are out to get you. And your first thought is, I need a new watch. Not something that's a big deal. Something in the $25,000 to $30,000 range. And yeah, to go with my $2,000 cat that apparently pisses all over the toilet, and it's cute to watch, but no pun intended.
And I'm going to have my dad or somebody buy the cat for me. So no, they are trying to take the cat.
You know what? At this point, why wouldn't we just take his word for it? Sorry. By the way, yeah. Why wouldn't you? Why would you? I believe it. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? At this point, I'm all in. Great. Yeah. Totally happened. Now, this happened, if I'm not mistaken, and check me on this if I'm wrong, Alex Jones, that is your real name. It happened in the conference room of your broadcast studio where you do all your shows. Okay? Yeah. And you knew they didn't raid the place. That you knew they were coming. They were coming to your studio, and they were going to meet with you in the conference room at your studio. And you have this meeting, okay? And you have every right in those situations to record the meeting, and you didn't. I mean, it's your studio. I mean, I suppose there should be an assumption that there are cameras in every room. Correct? Yeah, that didn't occur. No, it's just, you're not gonna. Okay.
Wow.
Wow. It is. Wow.
Kind of unbelievable.
Kinda unbelievable. Only kind of believable. Wouldn't it be nice though? It is kind of unbelievable. It would be a lot more believable if he could cite the article so we could all go look at it, and he had taped this meeting that happened at his broadcast studio, and then maybe I'd kind of totally go, I edited it.
I mean, I know that doesn't sound real.
Sounds real to me. I think the pigs.
The news called them and they admitted it.
The news did? Wait a minute. The real news? Holy shit. And I bet the news hid it from people. The news called? Oh my God. I bet they got right through. Hello? This is the National Federal Administration of Justice place. Yes? Who is this? This is the news calling. Jesus Christ. The news is on the phone. Protocol Z. Everyone run for the exits. Charlie, you're supposed to handle all the phone calls from the news. What do I tell them? I don't know any news. Tell them. What do we say? They have questions. Hello? Yes, we were wondering. We heard from Alex Jones. Stop giggling. We heard from him that you were going to take his pussy. Yes, that you had asked him about how much his pussy was worth, and that you were going to take his pussy and not return the pussy. You were going to, and I believe his exact words were, grab his pussy. And yes, we would like a comment. Fuck. Guys, they know about the pussy. Yeah, they know about us taking Alex Jones's pussy. I don't know how long I can go on with this. I've trapped myself in a bit, and I will never be free. Yes, we threatened to take his pussy. Click. I don't know what to do. I'm out. Okay. Where's the parachutes? Where's the parachutes? Of course there's got to be parachutes. We're in the flying saucer where the National Federation Association of Justice for America resides. Okay, so anyways, where we last left our intrepid adventurers, one was asking the other about how the government was going to grab him by the pussy.
They think that's great. Like,
Well,
they think, yeah, his whole life. It's like cancel pigs, but with the real full force of the U.S. government behind them.
I'm just fired up to be on and to actually get out of the Matrix because
the Matrix. You can pick any body you want. Literally, you can have any physical body you want in the Matrix, and you pick that one.
I am like in Phantom Zone on my own show weekdays. I'm on some radio stations. A lot of folks come to Infowars.com, but other than
Yeah, they don't really.
that, the worst part about being canceled
I didn't even know you had a sitcom.
and being deplatformed is they can now build this fake person however they want. And so they don't just silence you. That'd be okay. You like go away like Obi-Wan Kenobi. No.
Yeah, that's what they say. They just say, go away like Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know, that's like bend him like Beckham and go away like Obi. Gobi like Obi? What?
They then build this person you're not. And so, it gets worse.
Could it possibly? I mean, if this is the person they built that we're looking at.
They'd run headlines. Alex Jones sends child porn to Sandy Hook families. And I couldn't go on Twitter. I couldn't go on Facebook and say that's not true.
You mean this? I think that was because they got the contents of his phone, and in it was stuff. Okay, so that's what that's referring to. Yeah. Yeah, this is what they're talking about. Jones denies any knowledge of the images, and InfoWars described the emails as malware attack attempting to embed child porn on their servers. That doesn't sound like he sent them child porn. That seems like it was found in there, and he defended it, and they kind of took his word for it. Lawyers representing the families suing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones said they received child porn in documents that were sent by the InfoWars founder. According to the consultants working with the lawyers, discovered the images in the documents that were requested during a court hearing. The filing states a lawyer representing the families immediately alerted the FBI. FBI advised counsel that it reviewed its review located numerous additional illegal images, which had apparently been sent to InfoWars email addresses. During a segment on InfoWars, Jones said the FBI cleared Jones after inquiry found there was no suggestion that anyone here wanted that material, ever looked at it, or even knew about it. That's what the news said. Is that what they... So, and by the way, let's just, we're talking about a guy who speaks the truth when nobody else does, okay? That's his brand, right? What you're hearing from the mainstream media, that's fake. Oh, they're lying to you all the time. It's all part of a big... they do this on purpose. They make shit up, and we're the only people telling you the truth, right? That's his story. So let's hear him characterize what I just read to you.
Sandy Hook families. And I couldn't go on Twitter. I couldn't.
Hold on.
You're not. And so, it gets worse. They'd run headlines. Alex Jones sends child porn to Sandy Hook families.
And look at Jimmy like, right?
And I couldn't go on Twitter. I couldn't go on Facebook and say that's not true. They
Yeah, I guess people would have to read the actual article.
subpoenaed 9 million emails. They said, no, it's not enough. We want all, and we were dumb enough, because why are we even storing it, to have 15 years of emails on this email system.
Geez, Hillary Clinton wasn't even that stupid with her server.
And we said, screw it. My lawyer said, nothing to hide. We searched it. None of me scheming against him. None of me talking about him.
Didn't decide to do a scan of the media files that were on there to make sure. No.
I had crazy sending me emails about Sandy Hook, which they later put in the court. Look what this lady sent you. Doesn't that sound bad? Oh, that's the proof I'm bad. And someone who was attacking me for questioning Sandy Hook sent me emails with embedded invisible links to child porn. They just happened to scan the millions of emails and find the
No, embedded links wouldn't do it. And if you had embedded links, that would be on another server. You would have to click through to that, and you would see images somewhere fucking else. They're talking about actual files. This is what's commonly referred to as a lie.
The hidden links. So we got a letter from the FBI in days saying Mr. Jones is the victim of this. They were actually nice and did that.
Right, and that's what the article says.
And Jones is not a suspect. These were unopened emails because they'd given it to the FBI.
Right, but you forwarded the stuff through and you didn't clear it, and it was not links. There were no fucking links. This is not about links. This is about actual files.
These are unopened emails that he never opened. He's the victim of.
No suggestion anyone looked at or even knew about it. Right, that's what they said in the actual article. We just read that.
Someone sending it to him. It's like swatting somebody, but another form of.
Yeah, right.
But the headlines didn't say that. The headlines said Alex Jones sends child porn. Really? Why am I not in jail? So again, that tells you about these PR firms.
Yeah.
These PR firms? Wait a minute. I thought we were talking about the Illuminati. PR firm? What?
It's like you're running for office, but just to live your life.
Yeah. Yes. Come see us do a live.
Okay, yeah, that's... Whew, ouch. The fuck? Yeah. So that, there you go. That's the end of that. That's the story about how they took his cat and how it was raging bullshit. Yeah. And I think, I noticed that a lot of people in the chat, and look at you lovely folks there. Hi, how you doing? Good Lord. By the way, don't forget to hit the like, share the show out if you would. Also, if you see the clips that we post or whatever, sharing those out helps the show. And of course, you can subscribe and patreon.com/HalSparks. Join at multiple levels. The $5 level is open again. We had, I don't know why it ended, but it's just an early Patreon thing. So please feel free. If you think the show's worth it, if you think I'm worth a cup of coffee a month, that's basically it or whatever. And to all the folks that support us through Super Chats and bits and Twitch and all that kind of stuff, love you guys. Keep subscribing and all that kind of stuff on Twitch because you have to redo it, unlike YouTube, which you do. And then there are memberships on YouTube, and I'm tired of talking about it already. Anyways, I love you guys, and thank you for supporting the show.